Welcome to Withdraw Consent. I'm Jack. This is Victor. Today I want to talk about the question, why would anybody in their right mind try to defend Nazi Germany?
Okay.
Like, what's your reason for doing that? Okay. And so I'm going to put that question to you. I haven't told him before this, so he's going to think about it right now. And I want to discuss that. But basically, we got a comment on a video, and it was on, I believe, Rumble, and it was Holocaust Doubts video. I told you about this.
Yeah.
And the guy made the comment, and he's like, well, you guys are both really gay. The big one gives it to the little one. Nazis killed a ton of homos like you, et cetera, you know? And I thought about a lot of things. Like, I'm glad he watched that video.
Totally.
Because the Holocaust Doubts video was for people who just have doubts and kind of plants the seed. Mm-hmm. But I was in the shower, where I do some of my best thinking.
Of course.
And I'm thinking about this, and I'm like, from his perspective, why on earth would we be defending Nazis, right?
Yes.
And then I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, well, what group of people is defending the Japanese invasion of China in World War II? The answer is none. What group of people is defending the USSR? There's none. The communists say, I mean, we're hardcore commies, but it just hasn't been done right yet, which means USSR did it wrong. Mm-hmm. Who's defending the French and their terrible foreign policy during the time? Who's defending? We just did a video recently on the Force and Winston Churchill, how he was bought by foreign actors to betray his company and send them into war against their will, where they did heinous things. United States and their, you know what I'm saying? Dresden. Yeah. Nobody defends any of these people. Why is there this group defending this one country? And this is going through my mind, and I'm thinking back to, sometimes you might have heard me in previous episodes, and I'm talking about it, and I'm like, well, I mean, I don't really care. I don't have a horse in this race. I don't really care. And it's not like I've got some Germanic plan here.
Sure,
do you know what I'm saying? I'm somewhat German. Do you know what I'm saying? You know? And so there's got to be something more to it. Mm-hmm. And so now I'm going to pitch to you, like, what are the main reasons you think why anybody would care to defend Nazi Germany?
Yeah, so before I answer, the first thought I had in my head is kind of something you were just alluding to. And that it wasn't, I didn't wake up one day and go, you know what? I'm going to go set out to prove that the Nazis were the good guys. Was never the motivation, and it's still not the motivation. And the motivation, which is actually the answer to your question, is to search for truth. And when you really start looking into it, you find out, one, how much we've been lied to. And one of the things they have lied about is how bad, or were the Germans even bad? And you realize we're the bad guys. And so the appreciation of what Germany was trying to do in the 30s ends up just being a result of searching for the truth, for me.
Okay, I like it.
Okay.
So I would pitch the idea that, like why would we even care? You know? And that's great, because we do like a whole series on deprogramming.
Sure.
Where we put a lot of episodes that are just based on like what you just said into deprogramming, and they're on a variety of subjects.
Totally.
It's just trying to think about things critically in the correct way. But if you just leave the narrative as it is,
okay,
then the Nazis are ultimate evil.
Yes.
National Socialism is pure evil.
Yes.
But what if there's some value in National Socialism? What if there's some aspect of it that you can take and put towards your utopian government in the future? Mm-hmm. Right? And so if you don't get down to the truth of this, you exclude all things from National Socialism.
Right.
And I don't want to exclude anything from anything. Any political philosophy. There's something good in there. Like, we are not communists, just FY. But we did Gaddafi, and we did the Green Book, and he made a citizen-centric government that worked for his people, highest prosperity in Africa, and they were really, okay. So there are some things you could take from that.
Sure.
But if you just say, Gaddafi's pure evil.
Right.
Nope, don't look at his Green Book. Don't look at it. It's a, little 1 hour read, but you can't look at it now.
Right.
And so one of the reasons why, like, we've done episodes on economic fascism and the pros and cons, and we've, reviewed that guy's video on fascism and National Socialism. But you can't do this if you just say Nazis are pure evil.
Right, yeah, and it applies across the board. As, like, from our perspective, you can't just say all communism is bad. Because, it took me a long time to be able to admit that on a very small level,
right,
when you get 25, 50 people living together and they're all taking care of each other and pooling their resources, that can work.
Right, and that started from Christianity, and that was pre-Karl Marx.
Okay, but from my modern mind, I think, that's communism.
Right.
But it can kind of work on a small scale.
And if you just say communism is evil in and of itself.
Right, then you discount that because, that's communism. We can't have that.
Right. And there's aspects of socialism that are communist, and there's aspects of capitalism that honestly, you look at all those programs and you just see some similarities.
Sure.
Okay. If you ask why would you possibly defend Nazi Germany, let me give you another reason. Okay. So if the Holocaust happened, then the Nazis are terrible, terrible people. Even though they had some good policies, you can still grab those good policies out of the government, apply them to a government that doesn't mass murder people, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if the Holocaust did not happen, then you need to know this, and here's why. Because then that makes Jewish people the biggest victims in the world, so that they get preferential treatment and free land that literally other people are living on and stuff. And it affects every aspect of your life so much that if you just look at something and say, you know that Federal Reserve? Holocaust, anti-Semitism.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And if you could say, no, I'm not doing the Holocaust thing. If it didn't happen, it didn't, right? And it correct?
Totally.
And so I'm saying, if you can't, one of the reasons why you would say, yeah, okay, I do want to defend them because the Holocaust is a lie. Maybe everything's not perfect.
Yeah, definitely not. Yeah.
But the Holocaust is a lie. And the value to you gain from that is you take the power away from the smear of anti-Semitism when you look at any aspect of your society and figure out why it's wrong. When you look at Hollywood, when you look at AIPAC, when you look at...
Right.
You're not allowed to do that because of Holocaust.
Totally.
So that's why it's okay. That my answer to the question, why would you even defend Nazis?
Yes.
Right? And so basically in tomorrow's episode, right?
Okay.
We're going to do an episode, and the one that will be published tomorrow, and it will be, if the Nazis are bad, why? And the answer is the Holocaust.
Okay.
Nope. The answer is, if not the Holocaust, then warmongering.
Yeah.
Right? Not true.
Right.
So if not warmongering, then, and I'm going to give you the pitch tomorrow, an honest, legitimate pitch, and I'm going to tell you about some terrible stuff that happened,
Okay.
and we're going to talk about why you can say the Nazis were the villains. So we're going to give a fair thing here.
Okay.
We're not sugarcoating. I'm going to say, look, messed up. Look how many people died, and I'm,
Sure.
because honestly, we care about the truth.
Right.
And that's why we're always saying, hit me with the comments.
Totally. We honestly want to know where we're wrong.
Right. And that's why we make whole episodes based on leads that we've got in comments.
Yeah.
Or emails, because we just want to get down to the bottom of the truth.
Totally.
Like a year ago, I had no clue about Jews in pornography.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I've never even thought about it. If you think about it, you could probably guess, but why would you think about that? And boom, got it from a comment. So like you were saying, I think it's a search for the truth.
Yes. It is the main motivation.
Yeah. So like, I just want to say that I was never a, they got these people and they're called Third Reich enthusiasts. So, do you know what I'm talking about?
I've never heard that term, but it's a very like PC type.
Yeah, but it's basically people who love the symbolism,
Okay.
It's like the biker who's got the ring with the, you know what I'm saying? And they just love the thing. And then if that person is like, the Nazis probably weren't that bad, you're going into it from an angle,
Okay.
I'm not that person. I'm going into it from an intellectual angle.
Sure.
And I just want to find out the truth.
Right.
And in any episode we make, if you know that we're wrong about something, put it in the comments, please.
Yeah, with or without the gay insults or whatever.
Yeah, I don't care, because even those are thought-provoking.
Right. It led to this video.
Against his will. He'd
Right.
be like, delete. I gave him an idea, right?
Right.
Okay, and so what do you think? Like, is that a compelling answer to the question of why?
Yeah. I feel like the people who are just going along with the programming, they think it's, you're Nazi or you support us because you hate Jews. Like the whole causality and everything is just completely off, as opposed to just trying to figure out what actually happened and figure out who the good guys actually are and all that. Yeah, I think that's, I don't know that this will help anybody who is still watching the programming, because they're still just going to believe, no, you're just a bad guy and you like other bad guys.
Right. And I thought about that anti-Semitism thing too, because the main argument against anti-Semitism is that you are just randomly doing this. There's no causation between why y'all are being anti-Semitic. That's how they play it.
There's no cause, right?
Yeah. So they're saying there's no cause. Like you're just hateful people. No,
they didn't earn this.
Right.
They're doing this out of nowhere.
Right. Because even like groups of people that I look at and I dislike them and I don't want to be in a country with them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't despise them. Like I open the door for you when you walk
Totally.
up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm
100%.
not a hateful person.
Yeah.
But then I look at it, it's like if you were to turn to me and be like, do you really want me in your country? Hard no.
Right.
Hard no, But I'll still open the door for you. Have a great
Sure.
day,
Yeah, definitely. Of course.
Because we're just a couple humans.
And we treat other human beings nice. Yeah.
Okay, and also, if you were just no causality and you were just anti-Semitic, why not do anything Nazi-related, right?
Oh, they don't have to always go together is what you're saying.
What I'm saying is, say you just dislike Jews for no reason.
Okay.
Why would you take on this thing that's hated so much? Why wouldn't you say, I'm making the new organization, it's called the Christian Brotherhood of Fraternity and Peace for Freedom and Order, right?
Okay.
And we're going to be virulently anti-Semitic. And they're like, oh, look at this new thing that's anti-Semitic. Instead of saying, oh, we already hate that old thing that you're attaching yourself to. Why would you attach yourself to Nazism if you're trying to make a new anti-Semitic movement?
Well, because those are the people who started your movement. And so you want to identify with them. Because, oh, yeah, they're our brothers in arms from the past or something. I don't know. That's how it makes sense to me.
It just strategically, it doesn't make sense to me.
Oh, okay. But you're picking up the flag and carrying on the good fight or something.
Okay. But I mean, they didn't start, Martin Luther was, you know what I mean? And there were expulsions before Martin Luther, so.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I got.
All right. What do you guys think? Do you have other motivations? Or can you think of things that we missed on why someone would set out to prove that Nazis weren't as bad, other than the truth? Love to hear your thoughts, and be sure to check out tomorrow's video. We'll see you then.